Oh, brother, here we go again. One bad Divester movie after another. This is nothing but Monsters Ball all over again. That's what this is. This is Monsters Ball all over again. Straight up. Tiana Taylor in this one battlefield after another BS. It's nothing but Monsters Ball all over again. Because ever so often, Hollywood gets this hankering to show black women as a bunch of sexually charged, sexually degenerate females who will do every and anything for men outside of her race, will degrade herself for other men, Caucasian men in particular. And this bad Divester movie, and this degenerate Divester movie that really is about nothing. Because I'm going to go through the similarities like Monsters Ball, which was also about nothing. Okay, because a lot of people can't even tell you what the damn story is about. Monsters Ball, one battlefield after another. Again, what the real goal was to present black women as sexual deviants, sexually oversexed, whorish females. That's what that was all about. Stop with this. Oh, it was artistic and it was a woman with problems and this was a complex character. No, it wasn't. It was not no complex character. It was just what they meant it to be, a black female being fetishized again by white males. And this bad Divester movie, Tiana Taylor is supposedly, she's having an affair with Sean Penn, laying with Sean Penn and Leonardo DiCaprio. Two white boys. You see, this is what they want your daughters to see. This is what they want. They want to smear in your daughters' faces, also rub it in black men's faces. Same thing with Monsters Ball and Halle Berry, a movie that was about nothing. The only thing they could talk about was the damn sex scene with her and Billy Bob Thornton. That's all they could talk about. Because that's really what the movie was all about. You know what they do? This is the theme plot of showing a black woman, a fetishized black female, right? I.e. ghetto gaggers, right? Fetishized black female making a damn sexual pervert and a degenerate herself with white males. That's all that was about. And that, of course, is the white male fantasy. That is the white male fantasy to degrade a black woman. You see, that's and you know what? You got people like Tiana Taylor, they feed right into it. Why? Because she's stupid enough to think that she's going to get accepted by Hollywood because she was willing to do that on camera. Get up here and lick all over Leonardo DiCaprio's face. I wouldn't even watch that garbage because it was about nothing but that. That's what it was about. You think white men would watch somebody like, I'm trying to think of one of these actresses who they like so much. I can't think of one. It's one that I can't think of her name right now, but they would not be happy to see a black man, a white woman doing that to a black man, or black men doing it to a white woman. That would not fly in Hollywood. It would not show on screen. You would not see it. It's never the reverse. It's never the reverse with black men doing it with white women, especially white women who is somewhat attractive, who they like. You're not going to see that, but they don't have no problem doing it to black women. And like I said, Tiana Taylor has no problem doing it to herself because she actually thinks she's going to get some meaningful roles after this. No, she not. Like I said, she committed career suicide because after this, ain't no black people watching her. Ain't no black men going to watch her anyway. So she already lost a big chunk of her audience, or if they was going to watch, because I'm sure not going to watch her in anything. I didn't even watch that garbage. You see? I didn't watch that garbage. I wouldn't let nobody. I wouldn't suggest it for anybody who got daughters out there, black daughters out there. Don't let your daughters watch that garbage because all they trying to do is program your daughters to be a bunch of divestors and whatnot. And again, to take on that mentality. That's why you got black females out here. Some of them out here doing this stuff, making themselves whores for Caucasian males. You see. They making themselves that. They think that that's the way to get ahead and that's the way to do things. Like I said, we seeing this all over the place. All over the place. There was no plot with that movie, just like it was no plot with Monsters Ball. It was just them. And like I said, because all they could talk about is Tiana Taylor. I ain't heard nothing about Leonardo. So let me ask you this. So they can't tell you nothing about the movie. They can't tell you nothing about nothing outstanding that Sean Penn did. They can't tell you about nothing outstanding that Leonardo DiCaprio did. All they could talk about is Tiana Taylor and her being fetishized by these two Caucasian males. That's all they could tell you about, because that's all the movie was about. Whether they getting a black male to do it, because people might say, oh, Lee Daniels did Monsters Ball. So what? So what? You got black males out here who will degrade black females for money, like Lee Daniels. They'll do that. This is the same Lee Daniels that made Precious, right? He made Precious, and what's the other one he made? You see, he got a string of these type of movies degrading black people. And this is how he's able to stay relevant in Hollywood. They'll give him money, and not half the time these movies don't even make no damn money. They write these movies off and whatnot. I guarantee you, ain't that one Battlefield after another did not make any money. I guarantee, I'm pretty sure it made no money. They'll call it an art house movie. I call it an outhouse movie. Art house, outhouse movie. I'm pretty sure it's not taking in any money. They'll just make movies like that and stream them and get their money back slowly. You see? Because again, a lot of times they're not about making money in Hollywood more than they're about making a statement. And that's the statement they making about black women. And like I said, Tiana Taylor dumb enough to fall for this. She's actually talking up for this. You see? Would like I said, these liberated black females like her, they don't care about the image of black women. They don't. There's no womanhood or nothing about these women, because they're not even really women. They females. There's a big difference between women and females. A female will do anything. Women won't. That's the difference. Women have more respect for themselves as ladies. They won't degrade themselves. That's why when they came to Angela Bassett with that garbage, that Monsters Ball garbage, Lee Daniels came, she was like, no, because that's who they really wanted. They didn't want Halle Berry. They wanted Angela Bassett originally, because see, they go after the black actresses. White Hollywood, they'll go after the black actresses who mean something amongst the black audience, who we put on a pedestal. Because at one point in time, we somewhat put Halle Berry on a pedestal because she was beautiful when she was younger and things like that, and put her on a pedestal. So and we definitely put Angela Bassett on the pedestal. So that's why they wanted her to do that. They wanted her to degrade herself with Billy Bob Thornton. She said no. So I'm not doing that. Hats off to her. Hats off to her for having respect for herself as a black woman, a so-called black woman. Hats off for her having respect for her husband, a so-called black man. Right? Hats off. I forget what that brother's name is. I forget what his name is. It's not coming to me. But hats off to her for respecting herself as a black woman. See, because you got to disrespect yourself in Hollywood as a black woman if you going to make it in Hollywood. Oh, yeah, you do. All them old time Hollywood actresses and whatnot, black actresses, Ruby Dee, Lena Horne, all of them people. Listen, let me tell you something. Rosalind Cash, all of them. All of those black Hollywood, Diane Carroll, all of them you could think of. Let me tell you something, man. They had to hit them knees, man. They had to hit them damn knees of them Caucasian Hollywood bosses to get some roles, or some sort of producer. They had to hit them damn knees, you see, in order to get those roles. And they was paying them next to nothing, okay? And like I said, they sit up here and degrade black women all the time. And like I said, you always find one who's willing to do it. Always. Oh, and not just one, many that's willing to do it. Many that's willing to degrade themselves and thinking that this is going to be an advancement to their career. Let me tell you something. You black females, you ain't got no careers in Hollywood. You ain't got no goddamn careers in no Hollywood. You ain't got no career in Hollywood. Your career is in the back of one of these freaks' offices where they want you to hit your knees or meet them at their apartment so you could get a damn audition. And then you get underpaid after you don't hit your knees and did whatever they wanted you to do and freak off and whatnot. Then, like I said, you go right back in the damn mill and you going out here running down trying to get parts in movies. But you done traded your body for that. Whether you done sold yourself in front of the camera or behind the camera, you traded yourself for that. So miss me with the whole pride thing. There's no pride thing amongst you, a lot of you black actresses. It's not. Especially if you're willing to do crap like this. Especially if you're willing to fetishize yourself to white males for this. And that goes for all you divestors out there, you BWs, You can't say you be wenches. Again, that goes for all of you out there too. You got to degrade yourself in order to find your place amongst white society. And obviously in the movie industry. I'm not watching this piece of garbage. Again, it's another Monsters Ball. No, thank you. Y'all should say no thank you also. Out.